Hello, beautiful human. It's Caroline Power here, and I'm bringing to you today a webinar on stop reaching for the crap food or stop reaching for that quarantine emotional eating. Stop the quarantine emotional eating. And we're going to go through quite a few nice and easy steps for you to implement straight away so you can nip it in the bud. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen with you. Hopefully it'll work this time. Brilliant. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see this here? If you can see the presentation? Great. Awesome. Great. So this is it. Stop reaching for the crap food. Thank you, everybody. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I am a dietitian and I've been a hypnotherapist for about 5 years, but I've been a dietitian for about 16 years now. And I'm also a food technologist. I have a master's degree in food tech as well. So that's why I like combining that kind of, the nutritional support with the mindset as well. My 3 pillars for health are nutrition, mindset, and support. One without the other. Think about a triangle. If you take one out, it doesn't work. It's not a triangle anymore. It is not working properly, right? So nutrition, because you need to know what comes in your body. If your car is gasoline, if it takes petrol and you put diesel on it, it's not going to work, right? So it is very important what we put in our bodies, that we are putting whatever our bodies are actually needing. And right now, if you're here, it's because you've been putting the wrong things in your body, which is all good as well, right? I'll get to it. The second one is mindset, which is very related to energy. I combine energy and mindset together. I am an energy practitioner as well. I do access bars and I also do Reiki. I am a Reiki master. Right? So during any hypnosis, you do get some energy healing at the same time and support, because it's, everywhere that you look, you have the Weight Watchers, you have Jenny Craig, you have all of those specific programs that thrive on support. And this is no different. I am here to support you. A fun fact about me is that I have fed Michael Jackson's giraffe. Yes, this is Michael Jackson's giraffe in Arizona. I was very fortunate to get a trip to go to this ranch where this was actually Michael Jackson's giraffe. So there you go. And I am a popcorn addict. I do. I do popcorn any way. I make popcorn with cheese, with bacon, and anything like that. Not very healthy, but hey, at least it's whole grains. Let's look at the silver lining, right? About you. If you are here, it's because you are a busy person. You're high vibe, you know your health is a priority, and when you get triggered emotionally, maybe quarantine, you have a little voice inside your head telling you that it's okay to have some comfort food. It's okay to reward yourself, right? And you want to stay on the wagon more than off the wagon. And you have looked at yourself in the mirror lately, and you found those extra bits you didn't expect. And even though you have all of the willpower in the world on Monday, by the time Friday comes, it's all gone out the window. Especially whether you have kids or not kids or anything like that, you're just staying at home and all you see is the pantry and your fridge. So whether it's boredom, whether it's anger, whether it's distress, because a lot of us during this time in quarantine, we can get very stressed, even though we're meant to be relaxing, right? People like me, I'm still working. I haven't actually stopped working at all, which, thank you, universe. That's brilliant for me. But I do understand that I have had my kids with distance learning from home and all that kind of stuff. And that's just, it really does stress me out as well. You are not alone. I do want to tell you that I am a recovered or an emotional eater in recovery, right? I'm not here showing up to you as the perfect person, because I am not a perfect person. I am here to show you that I am a little ahead of that curve than you. And yes, I have it under control. Yes, I have all of the strategies. I have all of the belief changing techniques that are making me get better at it. But yes, I've been at home. Yes, I have had a little bit more chocolate than normal, but I tell myself that it's okay. And I tell myself that that's not going to make me a bad person. And we all emotional eat at some point or another in our lives. If we're beating ourselves up about it, or if we have any negative emotion attached to it, that's when we have to do something about it. So today I am going to be talking to you a little bit about your emotions, your inner cookie monster, AKA your inner mean girl, because that can also be called. We're going to be talking about what you're focusing on and what you should focus on. I'm going to guide you through a visualization process, and we're going to see that how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I'm going to help you in this call to take back control. I'm going to show you what happens when you take back that control. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do next from here. Whether you want to continue this journey with me, you want me to help you out, I do have a few things to talk to you about. So stay till the end, because I have a special nice bonus for you. So what is happening for you right now? I would love for you to pop on the group chat what exactly is going on for you right now. So pop on the group chat. All right, guys. So some of you have replied, have saying that you're going through bereavement right now in this period. So you're doing some comfort eating, maybe some stress eating, maybe not. And also that the problem is not really overeating right now. It's that you can go a long time not eating, but you want your meals to be tasty. So sometimes you just choose the wrong types of foods, right? So great. So let me ask you, have you heard that you have two minds? You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Yes, some people call it subconscious mind. Doesn't matter, they're both the same thing. Your conscious mind is the analytical, logical, it controls your thinking. And your unconscious mind is that unlimited mind, is the expansive. It's the keeper of all your memories. So sometimes, if it's too painful for you, your unconscious mind is going to repress it, store it all the way back when, but without really consciously telling you what's going on. So that's why we talk about, the conscious mind being the goal setter and the unconscious mind being the goal getter, because the sum total of your conscious and unconscious choices have led you where you are today. So say, for instance, that your unconscious mind is always there to protect you. Always, always, always. It is there, so for instance, when we were cavemen and we were in the jungle or wherever, in the forest, and there was a big wild animal coming at us, what did our unconscious mind do? Get up the cortisol, up the adrenaline to give us that, fight, flight, freeze response, right? So that you could run away from that wild animal. So what is that wild animal these days? Your boss, your job that's stressful, a deadline, right? So it's gone from that primitive kind of brain, right, to this specific scenario right now, that it is pretty much like, think about that as your dinosaur, right? I usually say, what's your dinosaur today? Because what is causing you that stress? What is making your adrenal glands release that cortisol, release that adrenaline to keep you going and pumping, and you can't stop, right? So this is very important. The common signs of this is that you could eat when you're stressed, bored, distracted, It could be that you are secret eating, you are rewarding yourself with food. Maybe calories don't count if no one sees you. You're too tired and you turn to the wrong foods, as some of you have said that before. There's no planning because there's no time for planning, even though we're all in quarantine, right? So you diet out of guilt because you ate too much. And then the next day you have that, okay, I'm going to fast today because I ate way too much. And it's too hard to stick to any plan because the food doesn't taste good and it's too restrictive. And then you end up sabotaging yourself. So like I said, the sum total of your conscious and unconscious choices leads you where you are today. Why? Because even without knowing, we are making a choice. Everything is a choice, right? So I'll tell you a little bit about the phases of development. So the stages of development in our lives. Between 0 and 7 years old, we are in the imprint stage, right? So that's where a lot of our values come in, our beliefs come in. Why? All kids are sponges, right? You've heard that before. Between 0 and 7, you are sponge. You get everything from the outside without the critical mind, to your conscious mind, stopping you, right? Because what happens is your conscious mind is there to delete, distort, and generalize everything that is around you, right? So we get about 11 million bits of information a second, and we only can process, we delete, distort, and generalize, and we can only process 124 bits of information per second. And we can only focus on 7 plus or minus 2. I know, so many numbers, right? But what you can think about is like this. Think about your peripheral vision, right? You see it all. And then you do this, like a pirate. This is what you focus on. And this is what your unconscious mind focus on, right? So your unconscious mind is taking everything, but your conscious mind is deleting, distorting, generalizing based on the filters that we have, which are our decisions based on our beliefs and our values. A belief is always true to the person that holds it. Always true. Your values are those filters that come quite often through your parents, comes through, your family, religion, right? So a lot of the times we have those filters. So for instance, for you, it might be really important to go to church every Sunday. Well, for me, it's not, right? For me, it's important to go to the synagogue every time we have Yom Kippur or whatever, because I am Jewish, right? So you can see how people are different based on those values, those beliefs, right? Remembering that whatever you tell yourself, it is true to you. It is true to the one that holds it. So if you keep telling yourself that you are, that you are a stress eater, guess what's going to happen? You're going to continue being a stress eater. So how can we empower ourselves to just switch that, right? And I will show you a good, nice technique to do that very soon. And so that's the first stage of development. So you have from 0 to 7, the imprint stage. Then we have the modeling stage, where from 7 to 14, where we go to school, right? And we start looking at our peers, our friends, and our teachers, and we go, ooh, okay, I learned that from mom, but I think I like this better. So that critical mind starts going. And from 14 to 21, you actually are in the socialization stage, right? You must have heard this before, that, teenagers, they get the peer pressure and all the kind of stuff because they want to fit in, right? So this, psychologically speaking, this is pretty much what happens in that, the decision, the beliefs, the values that we have, right? So your emotions and the root of your eating. So what exactly is emotional eating? So emotional eating is anything to do with you eating in response to any emotion, to any feeling that you have, whether it is stress, stress is a feeling, whether it is anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, or shame, right? This is emotional eating. Compulsive eating could be the same as emotional eating, right? It could be because of an emotion, but it is the next step up. You are trying to stuff down that emotion with food. So it is better for you to feel uncomfortable from eating too much than to actually feel that emotion. I will say that again. It is more comfortable, and you feel more comfortable for you to eat too much and feel that queasy than to actually feel the negative emotion, such as anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, shame, however it is, a stress, right? Or boredom or tiredness. These are some types of emotions that can trigger you to go and eat. So what I usually say to people is, working with me and doing this work, we face your stuff. So you stop stuffing your face. Because what exactly are you avoiding? This is number one that I need to ask you today is, what are you avoiding? And again, emotion is energy in motion. I can't just turn around to you and say, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm tired. You got to put the energy in whatever it is, the expression, right? Because you're actually not like this. If you keep telling yourself, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, you're not going to be tired unless you put any energy towards that, right? So emotion, energy in motion. When the energy starts moving through your body, that's when you create that emotion. Did she just say create? Yes, because it is a choice to feel that emotion. The fastest way to change your state, to change that emotion that you're feeling now, is to change your physiology and change your focus, right? So I will be talking about that a little bit later about the focus, but change your physiology, which is how you move your body, breath, and change your focus. Are you focusing on what you want or what you don't want? I'll get to that. Your inner cookie monster, that inner mean girl, is it telling you what you want to hear or what you don't want to hear? And also you got to think about the forces of motivation, because our unconscious mind is always trying to protect us. Always, always, always. So we're always moving towards pleasure or away from pain at all times, right? So if you're choosing to do this work, are you wanting to completely stop and not emotionally eat anymore? Or are you going to be going towards intuitive eating or being the best version of yourself? Usually people come to therapists with that idea of, I want to be running away, which is all good. It is an amazing starter for you to move away from something, to go away from pain. So if I tell you right now, you're sitting in a chair, there is a cup of water over there, right? And you're in your chair and you're very thirsty. Of course, you're going to go get the water. But if I tell you, right, oh my gosh, you are so thirsty right now and your chair is on fire, you're going to get up because you're running away from pain, right? Because the chair is on fire. So you're going to be running away from that pain. And as you run away from that pain, it's a lot quicker for you to go and get the water. Does that make sense? So this is mainly for you to see how running away from pain is a great motivator. It's a great starter. But then it is our job as a therapist, it's our job as a coach to move you towards the person that you want to be. But it is very important as well for you guys to think about cause and effect, results versus reasons, and think about what side of that equation you are on, right? It's all about empowerment. Are you giving the power to food? and saying that you don't have the body that you desire. You are eating because the food is there, because the government's not giving me money, because we are all in quarantine. So you see how I'm talking to you about the reasons and the reasons why and the reasons why, right? But if I tell you right now that the only thing that you can control in life is your mental attitude and how you respond to things, who are you giving your power to? The moment you choose to believe in the reasons why you don't have it, you are giving your power, your personal power, away to someone else. That ain't good. That ain't good, right? Because the only thing that you can control is your mental attitude and how you respond and react to things. So let's focus on the results, right? We focus on what we can control, which is our mental attitude. So with this, remember that every story has two sides. You try to see things from the other point of view today. And that also means from your mind. So if you're telling me that, I think food is a reward, right? Or I don't have the body I desire because of this quarantine and because I'm at home and I have no money, the government is not giving me money. How about you think about the fact that you can choose to believe the opposite? What if the opposite was true? What if the fact that you being at home, and you can reframe that, what if the fact that you being at home, you can actually control what goes in your mouth? As opposed to when you're working away from home, what happens? You are at the mercy of whatever fast food outlet is out there because you're hungry. So try and reframe that today. So what is hypnosis, right? So I had to give you those little pre-frames and things like that, but hypnosis is nothing more than altering a person's belief through suggestion. And yes, regression as well, but in this case, we're going to do suggestion. So it's a very, very natural state. I'm not going to make you jump up on the table and cluck like a chicken unless you really want to, right? Unless you want to. And it is nothing different from relaxing. If you think about that movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where, they have Bueller, it's the daydreaming kind of thing. And it is very much a focused attention, because all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. I cannot make you get into a trance, right? So if you think about when you drive somewhere, or when you're on the bus or you're driving somewhere, you get to your destination, you have no idea how you got there. You kind of go, oh my gosh, have I already passed that station? Oh my gosh. That is an automatic response. You are automatically doing that. It's unconscious, right? So the two ways to change a habit are repetition, because the more you repeat it to yourself, you must have heard it takes 21 days to change a habit, right? Why? Because of repetition. Because the more you repeat to yourself, the more it's ingrained in your brain. That also helps for the negative beliefs. If you keep telling yourself that you are a stress eater and you do that for 21 days consecutively, guess what's going to happen? Same thing if you say to yourself, this quarantine is going to make me put on however many kilos. You know what? Your unconscious is going to do its best to give you what you want. And your unconscious mind is like a 4-year-old child, right? That has no filter. Remember, the imprint stage between 0 and 7 has got no filter, no conscious filter, right? No critical filter. So hypnosis works. It's all about following instructions, right? And there is no difference between group and one-on-one hypnosis, or virtual classes like this and virtual hypnosis, because it's a do with process. It's not a do to process. I cannot make you get hypnotized unless you want to follow my instructions, and I guide you through a process, and then you reach that hypnosis, trance, relaxed state. It is nothing more than a relaxed state. The difference between group and one-on-one is that one-on-one sessions, I can actually tailor something to you. Right now we have 4 people here today. including me, so 3 more people. And, you know, I have to do a hypnosis that is more generalized, right? When I'm doing in a group hypnosis. The mind is everything. What you think, you become, right? This is not me talking, it's Buddha. And I do want to tell you guys as well that there's got to be, these are my 3 ingredients for change. Number 1, we deal with your stuff. Remember, face your stuff so you can stop stuffing your face. What are you avoiding when you are stuffing your face? Okay. Number 2 is we take action. So I will always give you a task. After today, I am going to give you a task as well. And number 3, we focus on what you want, because guess what? The unconscious mind, your little 4-year-old in your brain, does not process negatives. So if I tell you right now, whatever you do, don't think of a blue tree. Don't think of a blue tree. No blue tree. Blue tree is not what you want to think of. I bet you're thinking of a blue tree, right? So what we want to do is think about what you actually want instead of that. So if you're telling me that you reward eat or that you comfort eat and all of that, what do you want instead of it? And I will give you some time. I will pause the recording and I will give you some time to write on the chat box, what exactly do you want? All right, everybody. So you know that if cauliflower can become pizza, you, my friend, can do anything. So let's do some hypnosis together. I've had a good sample of what you actually want from the chat box. So let's do that now. I'd like you all to sit comfortably in a chair. This process is probably going to take about 5 minutes or so. So sit comfortably in a chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold it. Let it out. Let your eyes close if they haven't already. Breathing in calm and relaxation. Breathing out any tension in your body. And just ask your unconscious mind now. Is it all right for your unconscious mind for you to make this change today and for you to be aware of it consciously? You can just nod your head if that's yes. Good, good. So I would like you to place your attention on your eyelids and relax those eyelids completely. Relax them so completely that as long as you don't remove the relaxation, they won't work. You are in control. In a moment, I'm going to have you test those eyelids. I don't want you to test them until you are certain they will not open. I want you to test those eyelids on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good, now stop testing and just let your eyes relax. Even more now. Breathing in calm and relaxation. Breathing out any tension in your body. Allowing that quality of relaxation to wash over your entire body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Set the intention now that you are accepting my healing so that you can be successful with your goals for this visualization today. And whether you're watching in the recording or whether you're watching here, you are also setting the intention that you accept the healing sent to you by Caroline. And you can just follow my instructions and allow the quality of relaxation to wash over your entire body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, because there is nothing else for you to do right now but to listen to me, listen to my voice, and all the sounds in the distance just fade away. Now just breathe in again. And as you breathe out, you let those shoulders relax out and sag right down. That's right. Good. You're doing great. And now one more time, you breathe in again. And as you breathe out, this time you imagine or visualize that you have got no bones in the top half of your body. Imagine all of your bones temporarily turning to jelly, no backbone, no spine. You just breathe out, let it all just relax. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And as I count from 10 to 1, you are going to feel even more and more relaxed. You're not going to fall asleep. You won't lose consciousness. You'll be able to hear my voice at all times. You may even hear a few little background noises and things going on. 10, you're comfortable and relaxed. 9, every part of your body, from the tips of your fingers to the very tips of your toes, will become limp, loose, and relaxed. 7, feeling comfortable and relaxed. 6, breathing normally now, feeling absolutely wonderful. 5, I want you to imagine a really tall building with all the lights on. And what you're going to do is imagine those lights being turned off one by one. Now, as those lights are being turned off one by one, you say to yourself, I'm feeling even more and more relaxed. So 7, 6, lights going off now. 5, I want you to imagine your hands and legs are feeling like lead. So very, very tired and sleepy, relaxed. So relaxed from the top of your head to the very tips of your toes. 5, no tension, no stress as those lights are going out in the tall building. 3, 2, and 1, beautifully relaxed. And the more you relax, the better you feel, the deeper you go, and the more you are aware of the air going in and out of your lungs. You're relaxed now. And the more you relax, the deeper you go, the more you relax, the deeper you go. And as you go deeper, relaxed, physically and mentally and physically, let my words begin to work immediately, and let the sound of my voice go with you now. As I would like you to imagine that in front of you, there is a beautiful door. A beautiful door with a beautiful door handle. And I want you to just make your way through that door now. Walk through that door. And inside that room, you see a very beautiful large room. It is your favorite place in the world. A place where you feel safe. You feel protected. That's it. But there's something different about that place now. There is a little mirror. Actually, it's not little. As I come closer to the mirror, as you come closer to the mirror, that mirror is bigger now, it's full length, and you can see yourself. But hold on. It is your ideal, perfect self. Your body is right in the proportions that you want it to be. That's right. You can see yourself, your ideal self, feeling energetic. You have taken up running. You even maybe run 30 minutes a day. You have the energy to exercise and play with your kids. You feel sexy again. That's right. You can see yourself at the proportion, the right weight size shape for your body. You are back at your healthy weight, that healthy weight that you really knew that you could get back to. And guess what? You practice moderation. You didn't have to give up your naughty foods. You're just eating them less because you don't need them anymore. You don't need them. You don't want them. You won't have them because you are in control of your weight forever. You are at your ideal weight size and shape for your body. You are eating nice, tasty foods because you realize that healthy foods can taste nice too. That's right. And as you realize that healthy foods taste nice too, that is all you crave. You crave the energy that nourishing foods bring to your life. You eat responsibly. You enjoy eating. You eat slowly, and your metabolism is keeping up with you, so that you can release any excess weight now, because your unconscious mind is on your side, and your unconscious mind wants the best for you. And your unconscious mind knows it is safe and best for you to release any excess weight now, to release any old patterns that you no longer want or need or have to. You won't have it anymore because you can see yourself feeling amazing. So I want you to see what you saw now, hear what you heard. You are amazing. You love your body and what goes into your body. And feel the feelings of that moment now, feeling proud of yourself, feeling accomplished. You have done it. And you see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel the feelings of that moment. You intensify those feelings now. You're feeling even happier, even more content, even more proud. That's it. Until lock it in place. Take a photo, lock it in place now. And I'd like to ask your unconscious mind to organize everything that we have done here today so as to make it easy to remember, easy to utilize, easy to know the right thing to say, the right thing to do, the right foods to eat, and the right time to stop eating. Because you trust yourself, you believe in yourself, you trust your body, you trust your unconscious mind to do what is best for you, and your unconscious mind knows it is safe and best for you to release all of this now and go back to being that healthy, ideal self that you so desire. And okay, in a moment, I will emerge you and I will bring you back. I'll count from 1 up to 5. At the count of 5 and not before, you let those eyes open, become fully alert, totally refreshed, feeling wonderful in every way, and opening your eyes only when I reach the last number, and only as quickly as you accept the power of each suggestion that you have been given. 1, start to notice your surroundings, but still very relaxed. 2, you may begin to notice a peaceful calmness with every breath out and in that you take. 3, slowly, easily and gently feel yourself coming back up to your full awareness. 4, still relaxed and calm, but notice your eyes under your eyelids clearing, like they're being bathed in a sparkling cool mountain stream. On the next count, eyes open, fully alert. Get ready now. Feeling fantastic in every way, get ready now. 5, now open your eyes and notice how good you feel and give it a good stretch. Great, guys. So some of you have said to me that what's come up for you, that you could really see yourself and that you could see yourself in the mirror. You had a big smile on your face, but it's not always that way. Common things that could have come up for you is that you don't believe it's possible. You have either strong or positive emotions, or you can't visualize it, or you start dreading the work. So these, again, are those effects. Why can't you do it? Because of this, this, and that. So what you can do right now is get a cause. Remember, you are responsible for what you do. You can check in and switch your internal dialogue. You can measure your progress, and you can seek that external support and accountability. And once all of these 4 are in place, you will create and maintain that momentum, right? So how can you get a cause? How can you focus on the results and not the reasons why you don't have it? I would invite you to, after this today, and I'm more than happy for you to message me directly. I want you to journal on who and what is to blame for you not staying on track. And then you're going to see, are you at effect? Are you at cause? And how can you shift that to taking back your power? So I want you to think of your ideal self and what is the worst that can happen when you achieve this ultimate goal. So some women come to me and they say, oh, well, all skinny women are bitches, right? So I go, well, your unconscious mind thinking that you're saying that all skinny women are bitches, that is your that is your belief that you want to be skinny, right? I hate that word, but anyway, it works here. So you want to be skinny, but your unconscious mind thinks you're going to be a bitch if you get to skinny, right? So that, again, is a limiting belief that is stopping you. It's making you self-sabotage, right? It is contributing to that self-sabotage, right? Great. So what is the worst that can happen? This is very important. So keep that journal for 3 to 5 days, and talking to a friend is also a good way. Remember the support, right? Nutrition, mindset, support. Switch that internal dialogue. So when you notice your trigger, oh, I don't want that chocolate anymore. What do you want instead? Focus on what you want. Remember, don't focus on the blue tree. Don't want the blue tree. You want the good one, right? And you can actually grab your journal, the same journal you were saying up there, and say, and ask yourself, is that really the truth? What is the truth then, right? Sorry guys, this is my cats. Just dropped something over there. Doesn't matter. So try this. Switch your internal representation. Switch how you see yourself. So for instance, if you love a specific, let's use this here. My husband left me a present. So let's use this here. Mini cookies, soft bake. Yeah, you know, you can even tell yourself, oh, it's allergy friendly. It's got ancient grains and stuff like that. But guess what? There's still brown sugar in it. Anyway, so because I already know where some people's minds go. So if I think of how much I love these cookies, I can close my eyes, and it is probably going to be a beautiful imagery of the cookie. I am eating the cookie. I am smelling it. So nice, right? And then I can open my eyes. If I think about, in my case, something I absolutely detest, like Brussels sprouts, right? And I close my eyes. If I think how much I absolutely detest Brussels sprouts, ugh, I can't even think about it. It's all the way on the other side of the room. So I had a picture right here before, and now it's all the way on the other side of the room. So what you can do now is switch that internal representation. So these cookies, but guys, please do this if you really want to do it, because one day I did it with Maltesers and I really wanted to continue eating Maltesers. And I ended up like, now every time I see Maltesers, I think of Brussels sprouts. So I'm not even going to do this here with you guys, because, you know, I don't want to stop wanting these cookies because I like these cookies. But what you do is you take that internal representation from the cookies and then you move it to wherever it was before. So what if that image was here, and then I step out and I put it over there, and then you lock it in place, open your eyes. So every time that I look at the cookies now, I'm going to see if Brussels sprouts. Oh my God. Okay. That shouldn't have done that again. But anyway, all for the science. So you try that at home, right? It is safe to try at home. Make sure that you do that with a chocolate that you no longer want or need or whatever. Okay, please. Okay. So another thing that you can do is measure your progress. Remember that it is a marathon, it's not a sprint. The same way that you slowly put on weight, you are slowly going to drop it off as well. You are slowly going to release the weight. It is very important to change the way you talk to yourself. Remember the internal representation and switch your internal dialogue. Very important, right? When you lose something, you can find it. You're going to find it. So how about getting rid of it, releasing it, right? Remembering that what gets measured gets improved. So if you see something working quickly, whether it's measurements, whether it's in photos, you are more likely to stay on track. So start with the easiest, sleep tracking. How about you go to sleep maybe 1 hour earlier every night, if that is okay? Or how about you do some exercises at home for an extra day of the week? So instead of doing 1 day a week, maybe you can do 2. So start doing that, tracking those little things like water drinking. Yes, you can track your weight. I put it there because I know a lot of people love tracking their weight, but you do need to think that once you go on journeys like this, a lot of the times the weight don't change. The weight doesn't change as much as your measurements, okay? And there's always the external factor. Even with getting a cause, switching your inner cookie monster, right? Measuring your progress, there will be times that your emotional block might be deeper than you can uncover alone. So you might need an external viewpoint to help you see what's really happening beneath the surface. And again, friends can help very much indeed. But if you think of a time when someone gave you advice or pointed something out to you and you were like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that? right? It can seem really obvious from the outside. So that's why it's important. I bet you have clients and friends who say that to you all the time because you can help them see what they are missing, right? And they can help you see what you're missing. The same way that sustainable, consistent changes that stick require a combination of that internal and external support structures. So if you would like to learn how we can work together so that you can face your stuff or stuff your face, you can stay on the call and I will talk to you a little bit about my End Emotional Eating program. So my End Emotional Eating program is a lifetime access program. You get lifetime access to the digital material. There is a Facebook group, a free not free, it's an included Facebook group that's a part of it. It is self-paced program as well, but I am running a live round starting at the end of May, which means that we have a call every week, one for each module. Right? And yes, we get to do this together. You get me throughout that program. You get me even beyond that because it is a lifetime access program. You can come back and do it again and again, right? Every time I run a live round, and I usually run 2 live rounds a year, you can come back and do that program again. So the program right now is only $9.97 and there is a payment plan available. So if you would like a payment plan, I am actually offering a longer term payment plan as well. So it's weekly payments or fortnightly payments. However it is, you can just message me and we can work that out. And if you do decide to take up this offer in the next 48 hours, I have a bonus that you will get a 45-minute session with me one-on-one. So if you are ready for this, just drop me a line here or go on the link provided and I will put that in the description of this as well. So this is Gemma. Gemma was tired of relying on crutches to fix her diet and bad habits. The shakes, the meal deliveries, the accountability buddies, they all helped, but none were long lasting. As soon as I was on my own again, I was back to square one. Through working with Caroline, I was able to work on and move through the cause of my bad habits instead of just masking the symptoms. A combination of mindset, hypnosis, timeline therapy, not to mention her unwavering support, thanks Gemma, is what has seen me make major shifts in not only my diet, but my day-to-day life. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. And now, thanks to Caroline, I almost always make the healthy choice. I am feeling better. My skin is clear. My energy has improved. And not to mention that I'm just plain happier than before. So do you see how the power of this work is that we face your stuff? There will be no more relying on willpower. You will get consistency because the change happens at the unconscious level. 1 hypnosis every week minimum, right? So we are digging underneath the surface and we're breaking down the layers of resistance. So yes, the most important thing is that you've got the power within you. You have that power within you. You are ready now. Always remember that health is not a size, it's a feeling. Take back that power and make sure that you know that the only thing that you can control in life is your mental attitude. Thanks so much, everybody. It's been Caroline Power here. And if you have any questions, please stay on or message me privately. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember, health is not a size, it's a feeling. I'm here to help you face your stuff and stop stuffing your face. Have a great day.